Hi guys, it's Miss Debbie from the Appomattox Regional Library System, and today I'm going to show you how to paint with tissue paper. This is a really fun craft, and I'm going to show you just how to do it to start with, and then I'm going to show you a few fun ways to do it. So start off by folding your tissue paper about 4 times over and over again in half, and then start cutting those pieces into little squares, cutting along the edges just to get rid of the edges. And then start layering it onto your paper after you wet it really good. I actually messed this up, but I wanted to show you what happens when you mess this up. I didn't wet my paper enough. I thought it was wet enough and it dried by the time I was finished layering. This made it to where in the last step, my paper is going to fly off and I'm going to have to rearrange it. But I wanted to show you what happens if you don't wet it enough. So now I spray it and poof, my paper went everywhere. So I rearranged it and I sprayed it really hard because you want to get lots of water on your paper. And when your paper is dry, it's going to show beautiful prints of the tissue paper. So you're painting with tissue paper. Now I'm going to show you some fun ways to use this to make other types of art with your tissue paper. So now we're going to make shape art. To do this, go ahead and fold your paper over about 4 times and then trace whatever shape you want it to be. I wanted circles, and cut them out multiple times. I'm showing me doing it twice, but I actually did it a bunch of times because I wanted a lot of colors and I wanted to be able to play with it. So you're seeing me doing it now, and I wanted to put a lot of space in between my shapes so that you can really see the shape and you're getting the whole print of the shape. So I did a kind of a honeycomb pattern with my circles. And once they're all on there, I wetted it really hard and I held my finger on some of them just to make sure they didn't move when I sprayed. And then this one, I'm going to actually peel wet and let you see what it looks like when you do it that way. I personally like to wet peel. I think it's super fun to see the picture as soon as you're done versus letting it dry and letting the papers fall off. Now I'm going to show you how to make rainbow art with your tissue paper. Now you can do it in a traditional rainbow, or you can do strips and make a rainbow. I'm going to show you how to do it with strips. It would be the same way curved, but you would just go ahead and curve your tissue paper as you put it on. So I want you to start by cutting strips of tissue paper, and I did it all at once. I just lined my tissue paper up and cut about 1.5 inches wide strips of tissue paper. Then I laid them out in the rainbow order, and when I was happy with how my rainbow looked, I went ahead and I wet the paper really, really hard. I made it super saturated so all the color came out of the tissue paper and onto my paper. And you're still going to notice there are little spots of white. That's because if your tissue paper wrinkles or folds a little bit, it's not going to completely make the paper that color. I honestly think that's the prettiest part of making tissue paper painting. Have a great day.